So, after a couple of delays, the Ninja DLC has finally been released to the public. As the name implies, it adds a fifth new class with its own set of abilities alongside a bunch of new weapons and gadgets, which can be partially used by other classes. Kinetic boots, my beloved. I find it impressive how much care the developers put into balancing and bug fixing, since some of the bugs this DLC brought have already been fixed as I was making this video. However, some still persist, like for instance, menus being broken. Only way I've been able to fix this is by playing a match, and the bug reappears every time you launch the game. I have also been unable to find any of the ninja's outfits in the shop, and had to resort to using the slot machine to obtain any. Whether or not this is an oversight or intentional, I'm not sure. Grenades instantly exploding given the right angle, or being able to remove the endgame slowdown by just pausing and unpausing, which has been a bug since the alpha. Not to mention some minor visual bugs like characters holding weapons in a funky way, XP bars being desynced every time you load into a level, or this slight sticky outbit of red on this otherwise black visor. Oh, and there's also this. Coming from a less buggy perspective, some fundamental issues I still have with the game are the audio balancing still being a complete mess. Enemy weapons for some reason are still way louder than your own. A more personal issue I also have with the game are the huge XP and gold penalties custom matches have. I get that you don't want people using custom matches to farm XP and money, but a minus 75% decrease, which can be decreased even further with modifiers, is just way too harsh. Personally, I would change it to a base decrease of minus 50% with a maximum decrease cap of minus 90%, since locking players out of earning anything just isn't fun. Another problem that is worth mentioning is the lack of a cursor lock option. I have two monitors, and I constantly find myself tabbing out mid-combat. A quality of life change I would also like to see added is a little pop-up text to indicate that you teabagged someone, since it can be quite unclear at times. Going back to the DLC, the ninja is a very close quarter focus class, only having access to throwables and melee weapons. Despite this limitation, he shreds up close. His passive skills are a bit of a mixed bag, however. Vengeance is near useless, since the increased swing speed doesn't make up for having to be at low HP. They should add some sort of damage resistance to make it worth the risk. Conditioning is way too slow. From my testing, it seems as though one step equals one extra HP, which should at least be doubled or maybe even tripled. His other two passives are fine, my personal favorite being resourceful. For the hero abilities, they are all useful with one exception. Flame of the Fox's cost is too steep for the effect it provides, since the gadget provides this effect already without having to charge it up beforehand. Other classes don't benefit too much from the team-wide burn effect anyways. It could be improved by either reducing its cost or making the lightning enemies on fire guaranteed. Rush of the Cobra is definitely my favorite, though I find its description rather misleading, since even though it tells you that the dash goes towards your aimer, you can only really dash left or right. I think this restriction should be removed, allowing for dashing into any given direction. Overall, is the DLC worth it? I would say yes. And with that, we have reached the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Also, why does the Medic's description still feature 2 dots at the end instead of 1 like with all the other classes? It's driving me crazy, oh my god!